From Studio B in the Communication Building at Olivet Nazarene University, it's Tonight at Olivet with Beck Salagi. Tonight's guests include cast members from this year's fall play, All I Really Need to Know I Learned in Kindergarten, and Dr. Woody Webb. Here's your host, Beck Salagi.
All right, good evening and welcome to Tonight at Olivet. Now, rise and shine, everyone, or as Kylie Jenner would say,
rise and shine.
This video went viral after this beautiful melody was sung to wake up Jenner's child, Stormy, reaching over 1 billion views on TikTok overnight. Jenner made plans to trademark the phrase, however, her efforts were thwarted when the business owner and rightful owner of the brand named Rise and Shine came forward and threatened to sue Jenner unless she was willing to perform the jingle for her company. Celebrities and their need to copyright everything. I mean, I hear Adele has dibs on the word hello and Taylor Swift is vying for red. On the other side of the Kardashian family, Kanye West. The rapper just put out his first ever Christian rap album titled Jesus is King. This album has caused quite a stir among his fans, including a few right here on Olivet's campus. One excited fan asked how many retweets it would take to get Kanye West as a guest speaker in chapel. This image is circulating through, but we cannot confirm its authenticity. But, I mean, if it is, Twitter, do your thing. And now we are taking on the music. We need to talk about the Black Parade elephant in the room. That's right. My Chemical Romance is back together after 6 years apart. So, to all of you past scene kids out here, it is time to break out your black nail polish and faded Hot Topic tee and wear it with pride as you clock into your temp job or just sit down and pay your bills. Yes, it's official, guys. Disney has now a brand new notch on their belt with a new streaming service, Disney+. This service, releasing November 12th, will be the exclusive online provider for content from Disney, ABC, Fox, ESPN, National Geographic, and basically anything you know and love. Disney truly is taking over the world, and right, we're on their payroll now. In fact, we'd like to announce a logo change from this to this. We've got an amazing show for you tonight. Dr. Woody Webb will be stopping by to talk to us about the newly finished Webb in the lower level Ludwig. But first, we'll have Weston Edwards and McKenna Christian to talk about the last weekend's fall play, All I Really Need to Know I Learned in Kindergarten. We'll be right back. Welcome back. Now, they went back to kindergarten for fall play for Olivet. All I Really Need to Know I Learned in Kindergarten. Please welcome Weston Edwards and McKenna Christian. Hey. All right, so you guys are pretty much seasoned vets for the Olivet theater scene.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're very welcome.
Thank you very much.
Well, I mean, you've done your time, really, here.
Yeah. Done my time.
Blood, sweat, tears, emotional availability, the Meisner class. You've clocked in hours.
Yeah.
But as far as this goes, how is this show different than the ones that you've done before?
Well, for me, like the past two shows we did, the Crucible and Pirates, were very like plot-based. You know, Crucible feeling like an emotional marathon every time we did it, and at the end I'd just be like actually exhausted. And then Pirates being exhausted because I was dancing all the time. So, but doing a show that's not as plot-based and also like everybody gets their own moment, nobody's a lead, everybody's just kind of telling their own story. It was awesome, and it felt like having a conversation with the audience, which was like super different from the past two shows.
Yeah. So as far as this experience, like how was this experience of this play for you? Like, how, was the cast different because it wasn't plot driven? You didn't intermingle as much, or?
Yeah. I would have to say yes to that. I think it was, so obviously it wasn't plot driven, and because we had our own little things, so Weston and I were in a vignette called Mother of the Bride. So that was like completely different than one that I was in with Aaron Newsom, or it was really cool just to experiment with the different cast members.
Each one had their own dynamic, and it was fun to experiment with each person.
Yeah. Okay, so I think we have some pictures of the two of you back in the day.
Yeah. Let's see them.
Let's see.
Aww.
Yes.
You're so cute.
Isn't that great? Oh my gosh. That's a great smile. I still do not believe that child is you.
I totally see it facially. That
Did you have blonde hair?
I was like strawberry blonde.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah. Thank you.
So cute. Yes.
For you, that is not the first baby picture I've seen of you.
No, it's not. I have a pretty famous one.
Yeah, he has one where he is cuddling a squash.
Well, I'm kind of like showcasing, like, hey, and I'm like in just a diaper. Like, it's just me, and I'm like, Mom, look. And then there's another one that's pretty famous where I look like I'm pooping my pants.
Good.
I don't have my phone on me. I would show you. I'll send it to you afterwards.
We can work with that.
Okay, great.
We'll work with it.
Awesome.
So, beyond the baby pictures, what was your favorite moment of this production?
Oh, man.
It could be like in the play, like during the performance, or like could be the experience through rehearsals.
So my favorite part in rehearsal, by far, was, I forget who it was, but somebody was messing up on blocking. Like, everybody messes up on blocking. It was awful. There's so many specific stuff. And Prophecy was trying to instruct them and whatever. And I think the person was like getting a little intimidated, like, oh yeah, sure, or like just kind of nervous about it. And Prophecy was like, I know, I get it. I'm a mean Tom Hanks. And he sat down, and I was like, oh my gosh, he is a mean Tom Hanks. He sounds exactly like that. It was so funny. Oh my goodness, I can't forget about that.
That was incredible.
McKenna, what's your favorite moment?
So I'm all done with my theater classes here, which is really sad. So honestly, just being backstage with all the cast members and spending that time with them, because I don't get to spend that time like in the classes anymore, which is really sad. But just hanging out with them and spending my last theater moments with them at Olivet was a lot of fun.
Do you think this will be your last show here?
Well, I'll be doing costuming for other shows, and I am in the winter play. But like it's some of the last moments.
Yeah. So. Yeah, the race is almost over. You're almost at the finish line.
I know, I'm not ready for it.
Stop it.
What was the favorite part of your characters individually?
Everybody take an emotional.
What was the favorite part for your characters? What was the favorite moment for the characters that you played?
For me, what was it?
For your character specifically,
right? Yes.
Okay. Yeah, so
you can't pick someone else.
Yeah.
It was super duper short, but I was in Beethoven with Aaron Newsom, and I literally, I was sick, and I literally just talked with him on the phone, and Prophecy actually added this part in, but at the beginning, like he's walking in and we're on the phone, and I'm like, I don't think so. He goes, well, it works for me. And I'm like, I don't care. I'm not going to use your neti pot. I just like that one a lot.
I'm a huge advocate for sign and spritzing, but this is about you guys.
I wasn't going to use his neti pot.
No, you should.
Not Aaron's.
Specifically.
Yeah. My favorite vignette I did was one where it was about like problems and inconveniences. That was like the title of the thing, and it was essentially just I was kind of reflecting on a monologue. I was like, oh, this happened, this, kind of describing this event in my life, and Sam Durnall was playing younger me, and it was all about like just kind of getting mad over something you really shouldn't get mad about. And I thought it was so funny when I got handed it, because I was like, oh my gosh. This is me.
Yeah.
I just get so upset about things I don't need to. So every night we did it, I was like, okay, I get it, you know. But it was just so good to be reminded of that, and it still sticks with me a day after the show.
Okay, so now thank you for talking to us about the show. But now we're going to put your little kindergarten skills to the test. Okay.
Okay.
When we come back, we're going to have McKenna and Weston show us how smart they really are against a kindergartner. Don't move, you don't want to miss it. Welcome back, everyone. We are here to play a game I like to call Are You Smarter Than a Kindergartner? So to begin, we will show a series of videos of a kindergartner describing his favorite movie. McKenna and Weston will choose their own buzzwords, such as beep or Sasquatch. When they think they know what the movie is, they will buzz in using their buzzword. If you get it right, you get a point. If you get it wrong, your opponent can steal. Now, let's meet our kindergartner.
Hi, I'm Caldo, and I'm 5 years old.
Now, let's hear each of your buzzwords.
Mine will just beep.
Beep. Okay, I like it.
I think I'm a ding guy.
You're a ding?
Yeah, myself.
I ding.
Okay. So do you want that word or should I choose?
No, I don't.
Okay,
I'm here to just, officiate.
All right, great.
Yeah.
Ding is my word.
Okay, so are you guys ready?
Yes.
Ding.
Yes.
Now don't answer until the video's over. Okay. Them's the rules. Let's begin.
Dems.
So there's a tiger and the 2 woolly mammoths, and they had a baby.
Beep, beep.
And there was a frog. It's really funny.
A what?
A frog.
So I think that's McKenna. She
I
said
said that
Weston's
wrong.
buzzword,
Yeah, I just
but
got
we're
so
gonna give it
excited.
to her.
Yeah.
Ice Age.
You're right.
Oh my gosh. It's
2
swamp.
woolly mammoths.
That's swamp? That's so adorable.
That's cute.
Swamp.
All right.
I love that.
Just so we're all aware, McKenna has 1 and Weston has nothing yet. But I remain hopeful for the future.
watching the
What's the
same
next
game
one?
So there's dragons and there's people and take care of them.
Ding. Is that?
And they have like races.
Weston, what's your guess
no.
first?
Well,
Guess first.
He said dragons.
Yeah.
So I'm like, How to Train Your Dragon. Obviously.
That's right!
Good job.
All right, we've got a tie of 1-1. Next one is, let's go.
So there's a panda and there's like a tiger and a snake and a bird and a grasshopper, a manta and a monkey and I don't remember anything else.
So cute.
He describes movies like my mom describes movies. It's like there's a
is
mantis and like maybe like a panda or something.
That is,
or like,
yeah, you might be
that's
honest.
exactly what it is.
All right, McKenna, you beeped first.
Kung Fu Panda.
You're right! Okay, we've got one more clip. It could create a tie, but let's see it.
So, they're like me guys chasing the dog and
Beep.
and the girl. There's a girl too. So, and the girl was riding on the skateboard, and the dog was running, and the dog's superpower like stopped the mean guys.
Are you, okay, yeah?
Bolt.
You're right!
Such a callback.
Oh! Now,
Great
Weston,
job.
I was like really rooting, not that I wasn't rooting for you, McKenna, but like Weston, I was like, oh my gosh.
I
this
love
kid,
dogs.
You've got one, you're on
I
your
have a
way,
dog.
maybe you can get this and then we'll have a tiebreaker.
I
You
totally
know, but
forgot
it
about the
didn't
movie
happen.
Bolt until just now.
Honestly,
so awful.
if I have to be honest, yeah. me
It's
too.
great. I'm not saying it's bad. John Travolta voices the dog.
Oh,
Does he?
Great guy.
Oh, I never.
Yeah, John Travolta.
at first I thought it was 101 Dalmatians, but then he said girl. I was like, oh no, what is this?
There's no
And then
girls in
I was like,
There
oh
is. There totally is.
no.
Yeah,
Girl
no,
with a
there
bill, but
is.
she's an old lady.
Oh no, but the
Cruella.
woman who has the mom Dalmatian.
Oh,
Yes, of course.
yes.
Anyway, thank you so much for joining us.
could you forget?
I would like to clarify, McKenna is the winner by a landslide.
Oh,
Yeah! All right.
It's okay.
So, when we come back, he's the Vice President of Student Development and has an interesting connection to the creator of Dippin' Dots. You don't want to miss it. Welcome back. Now, he has a section of Ludwig named after him, and he is the Vice President of Student Development. Please help me welcome Dr. Woody Webb. we've heard your name. We've seen emails.
Yes.
You're infamous, an icon here, if you will. You don't have to brag, don't worry. Now, we don't really completely understand, like, you're famous enough to have a section of Luddy named after you. Yeah, and one of arguably the most popular place in Luddy. Yeah. But we don't really know what your day-to-day job is. So could you explain that for me?
Yeah, so the university is divided into 6 divisions.
Yes.
Each division has a vice president.
Okay.
And I have the privilege of serving as the vice president for student development. And I work with a great team of individuals.
Yep.
But a common day for me consists of meetings, communication with emails, team leaders, parents, students. I have some regular meetings that I have every week. For example, I meet with our student body president, Jonathan Gonzalez, every Monday morning.
Who is in the audience tonight.
Thanks, that's right. And then I have team meetings every other week, A-team meetings every other week. So there's some consistency, but as we all know, a phone call or an email or a conversation can really shift things very quickly.
Yes.
And so you can go from having a series of meetings to having to clear your calendar because something urgent rises to the top.
Yeah.
So it's a combination of administration, communication, and personal relationships. And so I try to have weekly meetings with students, and they kind of come randomly. I don't try to format that or set that up. Having conversation with students maybe in Starbucks, and I'll say, hey, stop by and make an appointment and let's talk about that.
Yeah.
So I try to meet with students as consistently and regularly as I can.
I mean, clearly you put in a lot of work to have such an infamous kind of presence on campus.
I love it.
You do a lot.
I've been doing this role for 26 years. I've been at Olivet for 39 years. So you have to love the work, but you also have to love students, and I certainly do.
I would say that is key.
Yeah.
Now, is there something that you wish Olivet students knew about your job that they probably don't know?
Yeah, so the offices of student development is located on the balcony of Ludwig Center.
That is probably something that's important.
Yes, but that's really not student development.
Okay.
The title is an umbrella for multiple departments that fall under the administrative leadership of student development. So counseling and health services, the chaplain's office, athletics, campus recreation, community life, res life, all of those departments fall under the area of student development. So I can't do my job without those team leaders. And so they're very, very important individuals. They really, when you think about student development, you think about everything that touches the life of a student outside of the classroom, except for the financial side of things. So whether a student is needing to see the nurse or the counselor or the chaplain or going to an all-campus event or involved in student government, all of that falls under student development.
Yeah, wow. I never thought about all of the facets that were involved in that. Wow.
It's very dynamic.
Yeah, thank you for, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Thank you. So since you work here, that's super cool, and we've talked about all of that, but little interesting tidbit is that you're connected to someone who came up with Dippin' Dots ice cream?
Yeah, that's
Can you explain that for me?
Yeah, so I have a cousin, Kurt Jones,
Okay.
who is a microbiologist. And he, in his work, he would often use liquid nitrogen. So he decided to explore a little bit with that and decided to figure out how it would impact ice cream. So he began experimenting with this at his home in Southern Illinois.
Okay.
And discovered that it created these ice crystal beads. And so began to work with it and developed it, opened up a big factory in Paducah, Kentucky.
Yep.
But the cool thing is the family would always come to our family reunions every Memorial Day weekend, and they would bring an ice chest full of Dippin' Dots ice cream. So the kids and a few adults like me would line up, and we would get our free Dippin' Dots ice cream. But he's also working on a brand new product where he's taken coffee and cream and applied the same formula, and he's created a brand new...
So he's trying to go beyond children, and now he's going to start targeting college students.
So, but
I see.
Yeah, exactly.
Good business model. Okay, all right. Yeah, I mean, honestly, that was something, Dippin' Dots, I told you about this before. It's something that I grew up with in my summers. So as far as that goes, that's something that how recent is Dippin' Dots then?
Yeah, I think he founded it in 1988. And so I was just on my end of my career, college career here at Olivet. And I knew he had it. The first shop that I knew about it was in my hometown.
Yep.
And then when I started seeing it at Navy Pier and Six Flags and Walt Disney World, I thought, holy cow, he's onto something big here.
Yeah, wow. Well, thank you so much. If you haven't heard about the lower level of Ludwig, which has been officially named the Webb, it is very busy throughout the day with students. You can grab food as well. But let's see what happens when when students in the Webb are approached with a couple of quick questions.
Hi, I'm Andrea from Olivet, and today I'm going to be asking students questions about the Webb. Let's go. Hi, I'm Andrea from Olivet. How are you today?
I just ate something. Hold on.
How are you, Andrea from Olivet? How are you? How often do you come to the Webb?
Probably like 4 times a week.
How many times do you come to the Webb?
Oh, good 3 times a week, I'd say.
Okay. What do you usually get?
Well, up until today, I usually got a Ninja Burger, but they changed the menu.
Can you pronounce those words?
That's not a word.
That's not a word.
Krafaiva. I did a bit on this.
Okay, what about the second one?
Krsevenha.
Krsevenha. Okay, third one.
Creative.
If you went to Krafaiva and you know all the different kinds of burgers they have there, what burger would you be?
The one with the most meat.
What burger would you say you are?
I'm not the Sedona.
You're not the.
I'm not ethnic enough to be the Sedona.
I see you have a salad right here. Can you name your toppings in 15 seconds? Count.
Pineapple, quinoa, green onion, feta cheese, and popcorn chicken.
Can you tell me your toppings in 15 seconds? Go.
Peppers, cucumbers, lettuce, cucumbers, quinoa, pineapple, tortilla.
50 seconds.
I got a burger.
Okay,
Burger.
from Krafaiva?
Yes, from
Okay, what? I see you like a plain burger with ketchup.
Yeah,
Is
and
that
actually, you know, I have this tradition whenever I eat FIFA, I bring my own cheese.
Oh wow!
Yeah,
Look
pretty
at
neat.
that. So you buy the packets
Yeah.
at grocery store
It's
and then
been-
you just bring it.
Yeah, it's been recommended that I set up like a lemonade stand, but sell these. I don't think I'm gonna pursue that.
How's the price? How's the price?
Ask him. He's the one who wants to
Thoughts.
interview.
He said thoughts.
Tots.
Thoughts.
Vegetables.
Vegetables. Okay.
I like the milkshakes.
Thoughts or fries?
Dogs or
Dogs. Yeah.
Dogs?
Wings or tenders?
Oh Lord. Tenders.
If you can add anything to the menu here at Krafaiva, what would it be?
I would add that you can customize a burger or anything with any option that's on the menu.
Okay, tell me some options, right?
All right, so like just say you want like a burger with like banana peppers.
Okay.
And then throw on some of those little fried onion things.
Yeah.
Throw those on there, some coleslaw, maybe a little mustard, some pickle, you know, some sauerkraut, some olives, some more pickle. Maybe top it off with some more banana peppers, jalapenos, ketchup, and a lettuce bun because you need to be healthy.
Yes. All right. Ready? Let's go. Crush. All right. Second one.
Crush. Crush 7.
Seven crush.
Crush. Okay. Last one.
Great.
Great. 15H.
Crazy.
Great.
All right. Is that your last question? Oh, he's still okay.
8 fish. Great fish.
Ready?
All right.
Go first.
Krafaiva. Crush.
third one and last one.
Crafaifa.
All right, thank you so much.
No
Have a
problem.
great day.
You as well.
What's your favorite thing about the Webb?
Crush.
Crush. What do you like about it?
The food is much better.
Oh, than Ludwig or?
Yeah.
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 I like the rooms back there with the TV.
Yeah.
Black doors. Probably that back there.
Yeah, my favorite thing about the Webb is we can have simple fun, you know?
All
so
right.
come down here, play pool, you know?
Yeah.
She's gonna take all of my answer. Yes. What she just said. Go
Done.
ahead.
We can have fun and we can start singing out of nowhere. No one's gonna judge, they can join in.
There you have it. That's what students think about the Webb. Back to you, Beck.
So, I mean, clearly, Crafaiva is the most popular thing in the Webb. So as you were watching that, Dr. Webb, what was going through your head right there?
First of all, it's very odd to hear my name associated with any space on
Yeah,
campus.
isn't that
so that's
strange?
the first thing that comes to mind. But
Yeah.
also, it looked like students were having a lot of fun,
Yeah.
enjoying the space and enjoying one another. And to me, that's accomplished the goal. So
Yeah.
we created a new space on campus for community. And that's what makes me excited about that new
I would say
space
it's one of
on
the most
campus.
popular places on campus.
I think so, yeah. You know,
it's
when
a
we
nice
built
space.
the Perry Center,
Yeah.
a lot of the traffic, the foot traffic, went from Ludwig Center over
Yeah.
to the Perry Center. But
Yeah.
I've seen a shift back to the lower level of Ludwig.
Good.
And one interesting thing, I have yet to say those words out loud, the name of that space, and I've not put it in writing because it seems so foreign to me.
Yeah.
So even in email correspondence, I will refer to the former Red Room or the lower level of Ludwig.
Wow.
So
You gotta self-endorse.
yeah, well, it's a little hard for me.
You gotta self-advertise.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much
Yeah,
for
thank
coming on
you.
the show. Love talking to you.
Great.
And thanks again to McKenna and Weston for joining us today. That's all, everyone, for now. And thank you for tuning in at Tonight at Olivet. I'm Beck Salagi, and good night from Tonight at Olivet.